I hate this new voice, but welcome to the first day of the first affirmatives and first cross X's. It's a day of firsts.
Yay.
And you're going to get off easy today because tomorrow's my birthday. And so it's a present to you
Hey,
guys.
thank you.
You're
Happy
welcome.
birthday.
All right. So y'all got A's, go home. As we were saying before, the affirmative gets 4 minutes. The negative on this round gets 5 minutes because you have to ask about the anecdotal nature of each proof for each proof. And so yesterday I had 7 debates, and only 2 of them on the negative went over 4 minutes. So, and they were like 4:10 and 4:15. So it's all doable, and they're not speed attacking either. So just give us good anecdotal oofer for each proof and you'll be fine. There should not be an issue with prima facie, good prop, or good prop contention link. But again, if there is, point it out right away. Okay. What else? And yeah, I hope, because there was a couple of cases yesterday, I hope that you have good experts cited, because the inappropriate authority is way too cheap to give to the negative. Okay. I will tell you when you have a minute left on both. I'll just say you got a minute left. Okay. So
I've got 4 minutes to spit this
You can
out.
say a minute left on both?
yeah. So when I say you have a minute left, you should be on the second proof of the second contention by then. Either way. Okay, on the F or neg. So, Dale, you're going to start us out. When you are done, we're all going to yay, and then I'm going to ask you to give me number 1 or 2, and that person's doing the negative.
Pre-select 1.
You're good at that. All right. You ready, Spence? Narciso, you have your negative flow and cheat sheets and everything? Okay. Let us rock.
All right. Proposition. Police.
No.
Police.
My name is. Hi, my name.
Hi, my name is Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Hey.
Hi, Dale.
So I propose police funding should be increased. I define police as local law enforcement, inclusive of all types, and funding as monetary means by which the police use to do their jobs. I contend that increased funding would be beneficial. Proof 1, according to the Los Angeles Police Protective League, President Paul Weber, increased police funding reduces crime, increased funding puts more officers on the street, making the streets safer for the public. Implementing more police funding has a direct impact on the overall quality of life, with safety as a top priority. Proof 2, in an article written by Jonathan
you could
Coy,
slow down a little.
Okay, in the Journal of Law and Economics, an increase on police funding leads to statistically and economically significant reduction in crime. Reduced crime is a direct result of proper funding, and increasing funding helps keep the department functioning and the public a safer place for everyone. Proof 3, according to Greg Rosalsky's of Planet Money, the impact of one more officer on the street prevents between 0.06 and 0.1 homicides per year, with the value of a statistical life at $10 million per life. Taking 17 officers to save one statistical life is an average of $1.7 million in annual cost. Increased funding saves money overall annually. Increasing funding leads to expanded police forces. This directly reduces the rate of violent crimes. This increased funding reduces homicide rates and thus increases public safety. Contention 2, the public supports increased funding for the police. Proof 1, in an article from Forbes magazine, reporter Mason Basada states that 47% of the polled support increased police funding. The amount has increased in 1 year from 2020 to 21 by 31%. Those polled show an 88% rate of approval for increasing funding. The consensus is a higher approval for increased funding over defunding. I'm reading the funding results. That's a typo. The funding results in fewer incarcerations per capita and as a result saves money overall in the prison system. Proof 2, in an article by Kaya Hubbard of USA Today, a growing portion of Americans support more spending on police in their area. Her research of the topic states that the percentage of people who want increased funding is up 47% since 2020. Demographically, the results are similar. African American support has increased 38%, white support by 49%, and Asian American by 37%. 83% of Americans approve of maintaining or increasing current funds for local police agencies. Funding directly impacts officer resources and training, resulting in an estimated 11% increase in public safety per 10 officers trained. Proof 3, according to Jenna Curran of USSA News, most Americans want to refund the police. 61% of adults say violent crime is a major problem and want law enforcement funding increased. All age groups want funding increased. Adults 50 and over jumped 22 percentage points in 21 versus 2020. Adults under 50 increased to 36% in the same time frame. Personal and public safety concerns have prompted a 53% increase overall in support of local police departments. I'm done.
Are you open for cross-examination?
I'm now open for cross-examination.
Yay. 1 or 2?
One.
1. Spence. Rock and roll.
Okay, so your proposition was police funding should be increased. You defined funding and, well, that's what I wrote, funding.
Yeah.
Okay. You contend that it will be beneficial, and for proof 1, you had 3 benefits.
Yeah.
Do you have any proof for these benefits?
That's what they said.
It's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal evidence. And does increased funding always cause these benefits?
I don't know.
Cause these benefits?
I'm not sure.
No,
Then that's
he changed it to, does it cause it, Dale? So does increased funding cause these benefits?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
Alright.
Does it cause these benefits all the time?
sure.
Prove it.
That's what they said.
Dale, the answers are yes, no, I don't know, yes.
Yes.
So
I don't
this answer is no.
No,
Well,
Okay.
what percentage of the time does it cause these benefits?
I don't know.
Are there other causes for these benefits?
Yes,
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I do not accept your proof. And for proof 2, do you have any proof for these? This proof?
that's what they said.
It's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal evidence. And does increased funding cause these benefits?
Yes,
Does it cause these benefits all the time?
yes,
No,
no.
What percentage of the time does it cause these benefits?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these benefits?
Yes,
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I do not accept your proof. And for proof 3, do you have any evidence?
that's what they said.
It's anecdotal, I don't accept anecdotal evidence. And does increased funding cause these benefits?
Yeah. Yes,
Does it cause these benefits all the time?
no,
What percentage of the time does it cause these benefits?
I don't know.
Are there other causes for these benefits?
Yes,
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I do not accept your proof. Your second contention was the public supports increased funding.
yes,
And for proof 1, do you have any evidence for that?
that's what they said.
It's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal evidence. And okay, could I actually hear proof 1 again?
Sure. In an article from Forbes magazine, reporter Mason Basada states that 47% of people polled support increased police funding. The amount has increased in 1 year from 2020 to 2021 by 31%. Those polled show an 88% rate of approval for increased funding. The consensus is a higher approval for increased funding over defunding. Typo. The funding results in fewer incarcerations per capita and as a result saves money overall in the prison system.
Okay, I'm gonna say that begs the question because it sounds like it's repeating the contention, public support. And begging the question is a form of illogic, and I don't accept illogical proof. For proof 2, do you have any evidence?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal. I don't accept anecdotal proof. Could you repeat this one too?
Sure. In an article by Kaya Hubbard of USA Today, a growing portion of Americans support more spending on police in their area. Her research of the topic states that the percentage of people who want increased funding is up 47% since 2020. Demographically, the results are similar. African American support has increased 38%, white support by 49%, and Asian American by 37%. 83% of Americans approve of maintaining or increasing current funds for the local police agencies. Funding directly impacts officer resources and training, resulting in an estimated 11% increase in public safety per 10 officers trained.
Got a minute left.
Okay, so that sounds like it repeats the contention again. So I'm going to say that's begging the question. That's a form of illogic. I don't accept illogical proof. Proof 3, do you have any evidence for that?
That's what she said.
That's anecdotal. I don't accept anecdotal evidence. And darn it, could I hear this one again?
Sure.
You
According to
don't
Janet
have the
Karen of the
time.
USSC.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Just gonna say that this one also begs the question. It's a form of illogic. I don't accept illogical evidence, proof.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, barely made it.
Yeah, you saw a theme running there, didn't you, Spencer? Yeah, there's one of two ways to rip that up. You can make the argument that it is begging the question for repeating, or you can go, polls are just what people say, so doesn't that make it all anecdotal? And I don't accept anecdotal proof.
I was very confused.
Yes, yes. So just to show you what I'm doing, okay, I have to flow both the affirmative and the negative. And so these rectangles are where the source was okay or I didn't get it. I did question the expertness of a reporter in this one, but so here's the benefits, just numbered them. So it was what, 433 here. And then here there's some poll numbers, and then he added a couple of things at the end as to why. And then this is the P question mark, ANEC CA. That means give us any proof. It's anecdotal. I can't accept it. Here's the 4 causal questions and how you can't accept it. Okay. So I'm flowing both sides. And in this case, the only thing that you missed out on, Spence, was the 3rd proof of that contention because you were panicking. But it was by just saying, why was it begging the question? Because again, I mean, here, see, I have begging the question, repeat, illogic, can't accept. And then here it's begging the question, and then you left out because it repeats, form of illogic, and I don't accept illogic. So that was the only thing that was missing. So good job. Good job. Good beginning.
Yay.
Yay.
Isn't that right, Narciso?
Yeah.
You cheers
Okay.
with us.
What happens if she doesn't show?
She's in a world of hurt.
Well, for me,
Yeah. So go ahead, Narciso. Do your affirmative.
all right. Hi, my name is Narciso Mora.
Hi, Narciso Mora.
Hello.
My proposition is fracking should be abolished. Fracking is defined as the process of injecting liquid at high pressure into subterranean rocks, boreholes, etc., so as to force open exiting fissures and extract oil or gas. Abolish is defined as formally put an end to or to do away with. My first contention is fracking is harmful to humans. My first proof comes from Dr. Miriam Rotkin, senior scientist for environmental health services, who has found that fracking sites release a toxic stew of air pollution that contains over 1,000 chemicals that are harmful to the human health and can cause headaches, asthma symptoms, skin disorders, and certain cancers. My second proof comes from Dr. Jake Hayes, Program Director of the Health Energy Nexus for physicians, scientists, and engineers for healthy energy, who have conducted extensive research on over 1,000 hydraulic fracking sites through Canada and the US, and have found that hydraulic fracking sites poison groundwater, which has been linked to a growing number of health problems like birth defects, premature birth, childhood leukemia, and cardiac problems. My third proof comes from Thomas A. Crosley, a well-known and respected personal injury trial lawyer who has won over 16 billion in wrongful death suits against fracking companies like Chevron Corp and ExxonMobil Corp. Crosley has found that workers in the hydraulic fracking industry retire 10 to 12 years earlier due to injuries, sustain fatality rates 7 times greater, and injured 16 times more than those experienced by working in any other industry. My second contention is fracking is harmful to the environment. My first proof comes from Mark Zoback, member of Engineering's Deepwater Horizon Investigation Committee, whose team has linked chemicals from hydraulic fracking sites to soil contamination from waste pits, poisoning groundwater, and polluting surface water. My second proof comes from Terry Engelder, Penn State scientist whose work led to the shale gas boom, who has conducted extensive research and points out the 3 greatest flaws of hydraulic fracking, which are air pollution, water contamination, and has been linked to inducing earthquakes. My third proof comes from Tara Lohan, an ecologist and environmental journalist focused on the intersections of energy, water, climate, and wildlife. Lohan points out that fracking sites threaten wildlife, impair wild landscapes, and disrupt wildlife corridors and habitats. I am now ready for Cross-X.
Yay.
Yay. And you were worried.
I
think we all
took
are.
it down as much as I could.
Yeah. Hey, 1 or 2.
1.
Okay, good one. Dale.
Who
All
was
right.
2?
Huh?
Who was 2?
Narciso.
Okay.
That's awesome. All right, you ready, guys? So your proposition says fracking should be abolished. You define fracking and abolished. You contend fracking is harmful to humans. For proof 1, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Does it cause these harms all the time? Or does it cause these harms?
Yes.
Does it cause these harms all the time?
No,
What percentage of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Are there other causes for these harms?
Yes.
All right, because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. Proof 2, but you're begging the question, you simply repeated your contention. So it's a form of a logic and I do not accept the logical proof. Proof 3, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. It's also a hasty generalization. You only gave us one form of proof. It's a form of a logic and I do not accept the logical proof. For contention 2, you put it was harmful to the environment.
Yes,
For proof 1, did they give us any proof?
that's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. You only gave us 2 forms of proof in proof 1, so it's another hasty generalization, which is a form of a logic and I do not accept the logical proof. And for proof 2, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Does it cause these harms to the environment all the time? Or does it cause these harm? Does fracking cause these harms to the environment?
Yes.
Does it cause these harms all the time?
No,
What percentage of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Progress.
Are there other causes for these harms?
Yes,
Because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. Proof 3, did they give us any proof?
that's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. I feel it's begging the question because it kind of repeated your contention, which is a form of a logic, and I do not accept a logical proof.
You still got a minute and a half if you want it.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
You have
think that's
2.5
pretty
minutes. Oh,
I think that's all I have to say.
okay then. Yay.
Yay.
Because I didn't,
Yay, Jasmine made it.
Good job.
Yeah, got
Good
my
morning.
glasses
Thank you.
and everything.
Jasmine.
Well, I was waitlisted for one, but I'm hoping I can get in still.
Tardy for the party.
Not when he knew I was going to be tardy. I gave full warning.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
I
multiple times.
should have heard him earlier.
Multiple times. Were you ragging on me? I told you multiple times, like, I'm going to be late.
I'm going
rid-
to,
Classes.
yes, yeah,
If you
yeah.
put me last.
You had to register for other
Yeah.
classes that weren't mine.
That's right.
So, yeah. So I blocked that mentally because that was just too much to bear.
I should be number one
just
priority when you wake up, Tom.
Why? Do you make my coffee?
Oh, I just make your day.
Mm. Good point.
That's
Good
exactly
point.
what the Gonzalez in my life tells me.
Because it's true.
Oh, it is very true.
Okay. Well, shit.
You were about to show us how we did.
But
Yeah,
I
you,
do I have
you
nobody
did.
to rip up mine or something, or what?
you did well on that. It's just a matter of, I'm trying to figure out. So if Jasmine goes, Narciso can rip her up. If Narciso goes, Jasmine can rip him up.
I
Yeah, I
already
was
went
thinking-
and Dale ripped me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
only 8:12. We got plenty of time.
well, you're done. So just remember, you didn't do the anecdotal for proof 2, contention 1, because you were trying to get that begging the question in. Okay. One of the key things, they do sound like they're simply repeating that they're harmful to the environment, but the specificity, so it's harmful to the soil, it's harmful to the water, it's harmful to that one, what did he say, causes earthquakes?
Yeah, that was one I was like, I'm not sure.
Induces. It induces.
Induces. There you go.
Induces, yeah.
Did
Okay,
you do
but if they
pesticides
have it
too,
in there,
Narciso?
Huh?
huh?
You do pesticides too?
No,
I didn't do
fracking.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did you do? Oh, it sounded similar. What did you do?
Fracking.
Oh, fracking.
So Narciso needs to do a negative and Jasmine needs to do a negative.
Not fracking.
So here's what's going to happen. Spencer's going to go. And then Jasmine will go.
Okay.
Or Jasmine, because Narciso needs to do an egg,
Okay.
and you need to do an F in the egg, and he needs an F. Okay, hang on, Spence and Jasmine, go ahead on your affirmative, and then you can negative Spencer. Okay,
Okay, so you want me to go first then?
yes, please.
Okay.
And by the way, all your nonsense talk you said earlier, it's all on tape now, so.
Oh, well. Now there's proof that I
That-
make you pay.
No, there's proof
Clear
that
out my
you
account.
think.
See, you notice she spun that.
I should
Yeah.
clear my account that I have accumulating.
Yeah, so your tab, no. But no, it just proves that you think you make my day. Okay, so
She ran off. I don't know. Okay, ready to go? Ready to start the time or?
yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm ready. All right, ready, Spence?
Wait, I thought she was going first. And then
I'm
I
going,
was-
but you're ripping me up, so you better write
No,
it down.
Narcisso's ripping you up.
Oh, I thought, okay, I got that confused. Okay, all right, ready? All right, my proposition is that pesticides should be banned. I define pesticides as any substance used to repel, kill, or control certain forms of plant or animal life that are considered to be pests. Banned means forbidden from use in all circumstances, including farming and manufacturing. My contention is that pesticides are harmful. My first proof in an article from the American Cancer Society says that a growing number of well-designed epidemiological and molecular studies provide substantial evidence that pesticides used in agricultural, commercial, and home and garden application are associated with excess cancer risk. The article states that the epidemiological, molecular biology, and toxicological evidence emerging from recent literature assesses the link between specific pesticides and several cancers, including prostate cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, leukemia, multiple myeloma, and breast cancer. My second proof is from an article from Beyond Pesticides, which facilitates access to epidemiological and laboratory studies, and it showed that chronic disease among people exposed to pesticides was increasing. Common diseases affecting public health are asthma, autism, birth defects, diabetes, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's disease, and several cancers. For example, specific to asthma, the data lists 41 studies that show pesticides not only trigger asthma attacks, but they are also the root cause of asthma. My third proof is from the National Cancer Institute, and it concluded that epidemiological evidence clearly suggests that exposure to pesticides adversely affects human health, with some pesticides known to disrupt endocrine or hormone function, as well as certain cancers, asthma, and Parkinson's disease. My second contention is that pesticides are hazardous to the environment. Proof number one is that from the National Institute of Health, pesticides can contaminate soil, water, turf, and other vegetation, and not only kills insects or weeds, but can also be toxic to a host of other organisms, including birds, fish, beneficial insects, and non-target plants. Pesticides can get into surface water, and contamination can be widespread. My second proof, according to the Union of International Associations, says some species may disappear altogether. There's growing evidence from the amount of pesticide residues found in specimens that affected animals, fish, invertebrates, or plankton they feed upon, which in turn affects the food chain. And then my third proof is from an article published by the University of California Agricultural and Natural Resources that says when you apply a pesticide outdoors, some of the material runs off to storm drains that are frequently located in streets. Rain and runoff from garden and lawn irrigation runs down the streets through gutters into the storm drains. In most California cities, the runoff flows through pipes directly into our creeks, rivers, and oceans, which cause water contamination that kill fish, plants, and other species that live in those environments.
Are you open for cross-sex?
Yes, I'm open for cross-sex now.
Yay. One or one,
One.
Narciso.
For your proposition was pesticides should be banned. You defined, what, do I wait for her to answer me?
What?
You defined pesticides and banned for proof number 1, or your first contention was pesticides are harmful.
Yeah.
Okay. A growing, for your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
Does it cause these harms?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it cause these harms all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I cannot accept your proof. For proof number 2, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That is anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. Does pesticides cause these harms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it cause these harms all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
Yes.
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I cannot accept your proof. For proof number 3, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That is anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. For proof, does pesticide cause these harms?
Yes.
Does it cause these harms all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
Yes.
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I cannot accept your proofs. For your second contention, you said pesticides are hazardous to the environment. For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That is anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. Does pesticide cause these harms to the environment?
Yes.
Does it cause these harms to the environment all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause these harms?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
Yes. Drugs.
Because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I cannot accept your proof. For your second proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That is anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. For your second proof, you just gave us one form of evidence and just a lot of different things for that evidence, for that one evidence. So that is a hasty generalization, and a hasty generalization is a form of illogic, and I do not accept illogical proof. For your third proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That is anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. Does pesticide cause these harms to the environment?
Yes.
Does it cause these harms to the environment all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause these these harms?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
Sure.
Okay, because you have not ruled out alternate causality, I cannot accept your proof. And I'm done.
Yay.
Good job, Narciso.
Thank you.
What are we supposed
You
to
see
say
that?
under 4 minutes or?
On the
5.
negative, you get 5.
Oh, you get 5. Okay, you did good then.
Yeah. And it's good to know that you learned something this semester, Jasmine.
I did. Drugs
That,
cause a lot.
that drugs cause a lot of things. Very good. Get ready to flow.
Don't
Spencer,
Say no.
just say no.
Before-
Spencer.
I
Yes,
have
sir.
a question really quick. Was my second proof on contention 2 really a HCG?
I didn't write it as such, but he's making that it was a chain causation that you'll have to say it again.
Okay, you didn't get to hear mine. It was full of it.
What?
Dale's full of it. That's what he's saying.
According to the Union of International Associations, some species may disappear altogether. There's growing evidence that the amount of pesticide residues found in specimens that affected animals, fish, invertebrates, or plankton they feed upon, which in turn affects the food chain.
I think that
It's
counts
like
as
that's the
one.
word chain, Narcisse. It doesn't mean that it was a chain.
It was just one thing that did it to all those to all those 4 animals, no? Or to those,
Yeah, and I wrote it down as just those 4 animals are affected by it, so that's bad for the environment.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll take your argument, Narciso.
Okay.
But, you know, I'll flunk Jasmine for being a smartass.
Well,
Okay.
you looked at this. You didn't say anything about proof number 2 on that one.
No, I didn't. That's why I was going, "Oh, okay, sounds good to me."
Alright.
You know,
She's very
Ah.
passionate, Tom.
yes. Now,
Okay.
Spencer, you had a question.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for my last 2 proofs, I forgot to write down like the URLs of where I found them.
Well,
And
then
Don't
hopefully we
enter
won't
them.
ask for him.
Don't do it.
okay,
URLs are not accepted. That's why.
just
Go ahead, Spence.
okay. I
You notice
propose.
ever since Jasmine showed up, the class went to shit. Have you noticed that?
It spiced it up.
Yeah. And what did you do to your poor dog?
Nothing. She's right here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, Spence, let's rock.
Okay, I propose that all governments should do more to prevent climate change. I define governments as the various governing bodies of countries all around the world. Climate change is the change in global or regional climate patterns. I contend
You're
climate change.
pausing in between things.
I know. Let's slow down for a second there, bro.
You contend what now?
I contend that climate change is costing us money. Proof 1, a study performed by the NOAA, or the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, found that as of July 9th, there have been 2 flooding events, 4 severe storms, and a drought, all causing more than $1 billion in damage. And climate change is making these storms more frequent. For proof 2, according to a paper written by senior researcher Jimmy O'Donnell and others on Brookings.edu, damages to the United States economy grew with temperature change as it affects agriculture, mortality, crime rates, energy use, storm activity, and coastal inundation. For proof 3, a research article written by Francis V. Davenport and others within the Department of Earth System Science at Stanford University in January of 2021 states that 36% of the cost of flooding damages is a result of precipitation changes. Climate change has increased the probability of heavy precipitation associated with these costs. And for contention 2, I contend that climate change is harmful. Proof 1, a study by Dr. Christian Roman Palacios found that the most important reason for recent extinctions is changes in temperature. It was found that areas with local extinctions often had temperature increases 3 times higher than areas without local extinctions. Changes in precipitation, which are also caused by climate change, also affect local extinctions. For proof 2, a study written by Professor Michael Crucifix found that if nothing is done about climate change, Earth will enter a feedback loop of global temperature increase, sea level rise, and mass extinction events. Proof 3, Fiona Harvey, an environmental correspondent for The Guardian, reports that rising global temperatures will bring serious droughts, floods, and more intense storms.
Yay, let's hear it for climate change.
Are you open for cross-ex, sir?
I am open for cross-ex.
Okay.
You
Good.
pick a number, 1 or 1.
1.
1. That would be Jasmine.
All right. So you said your proposition was that all government should prevent climate change?
Do more to prevent climate change.
Or do more to prevent climate change, sorry, should do more to prevent climate change. You defined climate change and governments, I think. I don't know, you're talking super fast, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. you
Sorry.
defined it. That's okay. Your contention was, hold on a second, I'm not so sure about his prop because he said that they should do more,
Mhm.
which means that they are doing something. I'm not sure.
Wants
that's-
them to do more.
Right, okay, so is that a,
Yeah.
okay. All right, your contention was that climate change is costing a lot of money. And your first proof, you gave some examples saying that it causes billions of dollars in damage. Did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal. I do not accept anecdotal proof. Does climate change cause this damage?
It does.
Does it cause this damage all the time?
No,
What percent of the time does it cause this damage?
I'm not sure.
Are there any causes for this damage? Other
Uh,
causes?
Yes,
Okay, and because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. Okay, on your second proof, you listed, I guess, counted 6 examples of why climate change is costing money. Did they give us any proof?
it's what they said.
That's anecdotal. I don't accept anecdotal proof. Does these events cause or hurt? Does it cause? Do these damages cause? What am I trying to say? Does it cause cost for climate?
Yes, yes, it does.
Does it all the time?
No,
What percent of the time
I'm not sure.
does it cause it? Are there any other causes?
Yes,
Okay, because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. On your third proof, you gave an example of 36% of flooding, and there was only one example noted, which is a hasty generalization. That is a form of illogical proof, and I cannot accept your proof. But before that, did they give us any proof?
it's what they said.
That's anecdotal. I do not accept anecdotal proof. All right. For your third contention or your second contention, you said that climate change is harmful. And on your
You have
first
2 minutes left.
sorry, for your first proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal. I do not accept anecdotal proof. You gave 2 examples, temperature and precipitation are affected, which is a hasty generalization, which is a form of logic, and I cannot accept your proof. On your second proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Do those harms cause issues of climate change?
They do.
Do they cause those issues all the time?
No,
What percent of the time do they cause those issues?
I'm not sure.
Are there any other causes for those issues?
Yes,
Because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. On your third proof, did they give us any proof?
it's what they said.
Well, that's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. You listed 3 examples. Do they cause those issues?
They do.
Do they cause those issues all the time?
No,
What percent of the time do they cause those issues?
I'm not sure.
Are there any other causes for those issues?
Yes,
All right, because you've not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof.
Yay,
Yay.
there you go.
Whew. Burly. Burly, even when I couldn't find my words.
Definitely. All righty. We have some good examples to share with the class of what to do. And in Jasmine's case, not what not to do.
All right.
You did good. Don't worry.
So now we
Don't lie to
have,
me, Dale. Don't lie to me.
You saved
not
yourself
lying.
on that one. I like how you went before that, though.
yeah. So, Spencer, we'll see you on the 2nd of December. Jasmine, we'll see you on the 30th of November. Where the hell is Spencer? Spencer is joining. The group on the 2nd. Okay, Dale and Jasmine are going to be on the 30th of November.
Woot woot.
And then Spencer's on the 2nd and Narciso is on the 7th of December. Okay,
Tom.
so,
Yo.
huh?
Huh?
Hey, I'm
You're on the 9th, Nicole.
okay. Yeah, you just didn't say anything. Okay.
When do we find out how we got graded
Oh, I grade harshly.
or what our grade is?
Yeah.
I'm
Find out.
hearing an A-.
Yeah. So after the 2nd group goes, to make sure I'm being the same, then you shoot me an email. Otherwise, you can wait until the second half of class on the 18th. So you can shoot me an email on the 9th, or you can wait till the 18th. But in the meantime, you can finish up affirmative number 4.
Right.
And
Miss anything?
Huh?
Did I miss anything?
Well, you weren't supposed to be here. So no.
No. I want to keep hearing them.
I know, that's why we record them.
Right. Yeah, I just like to hear them live when everybody's doing it, if that's okay.
We're going, no, because we need the Zoom bandwidths. Yeah, because,
Cool.
yeah, so we will see you on next Tuesday.
Okay, well, I've been, I had surgery, so I was in a drug state for the last week. I've been out of it, so I
So
was
check the recordings, flow them and identify the reasoning.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
Good luck. I'll see you guys later.
Get well soon.
All
Hope you
Yeah.
feel better, Nicole.
Yeah, I will.
Alright.
Okay, bye, guys.
Feel better. Bye.
Okay, let me do this. Do that.